Yo, what's going on, people? Jamie Alexander here. I'm just chilling at home. And I had a little thought and I wanted to share. So I don't know if you watch my Jamie's Gems section in my YouTube. Last little Jamie's Gems that I dropped: increase faith and increase trust. Since that post, I've been able to see clear-cut evidence in my life of my faith being increased. So I was in a little bit of a pickle not that long ago. I prayed about it. I'm getting better in my prayer life, going to God first and more often, and trusting that it's gonna be okay. I've spent so much time in the driver's seat, which is something I talk about a lot. You know, when bad things happen to you, depending on how you digest it and the perspective that you take, you feel like you have to, well, if I don't do it, no one else is gonna do it, and I better make sure, and I gotta, and so I'm in the driver's seat like, no, you know, trying to control everything and make sure I don't, you know, crash again, basically. And regardless of what happens to you, for me and in my beliefs, that seat is reserved for God. So with that being said, I just had to hop my little tail on over to the passenger and just be like, okay, all right, where am I going? What do we? My faith has been increased tremendously. I needed to see it in a certain way that got my attention, and my prayer was answered. So I was in a pickle not that long ago. I prayed about it. Right before I opened my eyes, I got my word. Stay put, help is on the way. And I was about to, I was gonna make some other kinds of moves that had nothing to do with remaining in one place. It scared me because I couldn't make logical sense of it. I could not look at what was going on and see how stay put and who's gonna help. What? There's no time. There's no resources. Nobody's here. Nothing. Like, what? Made no logical sense to me. I thought about, okay, I want to increase trust, increase faith. Like, God, was that your voice or was that me talking to myself? Like, I don't know. I kind of warmed the pots of like a little something that I felt comfortable in as a solution, but I was just like, okay, like, God, you might have to tell me one more time, like a little bit louder, like I need a little more work here, like, you know, make it clear. And in the middle, I got this little plan B, because I'm like, if I fall, whew, you know, I won't fall too hard. Nothing that I had over here going on worked out, not even close. And this became a lot louder. And I think it's amazing because as I asked for that second confirmation, instead of giving me this duality to choose from, I believe God blessed me with, no, yeah, this is what I said. And I'm proud of myself because I listened and I was obedient, but I'm still growing. And that's why I have to share this with you. I'm still being guided and led, as we will be for the rest of our lives. It was so huge for me to take that leap of faith, to not understand the how at all, okay, at all, and not be able to comprehend a solution here. And this is where I was told to go. That was scary. That was scary. I mean, that brought tears to my eyes. As the confirmation of this word started to unfold, I was crying like, how? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? And every day that's gone by thus far, this solution that I put my faith in, that God revealed to me, has been my help on the way. And it's crazy because I wouldn't have even thought, and I'd much rather, now that I'm looking now, I'd much rather had this. This is what I wanted. This was just like, okay, well, if I gotta pull it all together, I know how I can, you know, make this happen and look like this and blah, 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 blah. But I really would have rather had this. And that's what I think is so beautiful about faith. I hope I'm not talking in circles and that you can understand, because it's really important. When you get that word in your spirit, even if it doesn't make sense, I encourage you to go with it. This is true faith. This has taught me what faith means. And not only was this faith, I don't know if I watch TD Jakes all the time. Shout out to TD Jakes. But there's the story about Moses and how he was the least likely person to be able to lead the people out of Egypt and all that. Like, don't quote me on the stories. I get the gist of it, but I'm really bad with like names and details. But saying all that to say, Moses was like, I got a stutter, and you want me to go speak to these thousands of people and tell them what to do and expect that they're gonna listen to me? I can't even talk right, okay? And God was like, yeah, that's what I said. So whenever you're ready, go on. And there's a thing where there was a snake and he had to grab the tail of the snake, and the tail of the snake turned into a rod, and this was the thing that he had to perform in order to get people to listen. This was the miracle. Who wants to grab a snake by the tail, first of all? Excuse me? But that's exactly what he did, and that's what I feel like I did. I listened to the faith. I grabbed the tail of the snake, which I was told to grab onto and have faith here. And this was the least likely place, but it's also what's taking me to the next level. And with that being said, I don't know if any of this is resonating with you, but I sure hope it is. The end of that message that he shared was that you have everything that you need in your hands. I want you to marinate on that real quick. You have everything that you need in your hands. Sometimes we look over there, we need this, and we gotta do this, and we start doing all this little human logical stuff, like what calculates to us, and sometimes faith makes no sense, and sometimes you have to get still, get quiet, and work with what you have, because you have what you need. Your answer is there. And even if it looks like it's in a least likely place, or you can't put your finger on it, if your intuition, if your faith is guiding you there, give it a shot. I might be talking to myself, but if you understand what I'm saying, like this video, comment, do whatever, we'll talk about it. Because for me, this was a huge, this is what I prayed for. And in following that faith, not only did I get what I needed, but I got a little bit more, because it also contributes to some of the restoration that I had prayed for. So like God, he's just gifted and giving me if I'm willing to listen and relax and stay on this side of the car. I don't want to be over there. You drive, you drive, you do that, because I can't handle it, clearly. And that was a big testimony for me. Some of the stuff that I talk about in my posts are very real, and I get little text messages and things like that where people are like, that's right on time, and I get it. And that's why I want to continue to share, because I want to show you the progression of what's really happening and encourage you to be faithful, have faith, have trust. I'm seeing it in ways I've never seen it before, and I'm excited to see more. And it's helped me increase my prayer life. I'm seeing things be restored, and I can only imagine. I think God's proud of me because I made that one little move he asked me to do, even when I didn't get it and couldn't see how that was about to help me. And it did, and it is, and it's unfolding a lot more. And it has a ripple effect. There's more lives that are being blessed simply because I was faithful. So that's it. I hope you guys are having an incredible week. Trust and faith. Give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. If you're gonna bank on yourself, you might as well bank on God. All right, y'all. So share this with a friend if you think it could be helpful, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to remain in touch and know more. And I'll see you soon. Peace.